Welcome everybody. It's really, really nice to see you here. I can see some familiar faces and some unfamiliar faces. Those of you who are unfamiliar faces, in other words, this is you're not continuing students and you just come along for this, could you put your hands up please? Yeah, that's great. And those of you who are familiar faces, to let the familiar, unfamiliar faces. So in other words, it's roughly 50-50. So that means the people who are here already don't really mind staying on. Is that right? Okay, that's very, very good. And those of you who are here about MAs? And PhDs? Excellent, very good. Anyway, welcome to the Postgraduate, Post-Offer and Open Evening. I am here because my name is Matthew Campbell and I am the Chair of Graduates here in the Department of English and Related Literature, although this is not here, the Department of English and Related Literature. This is the Humanities Research Centre, which for those of you who are here for the first time, is a wonderful bespoke facility which is something which is devoted entirely to arts and humanities research. And this is something that we're amazingly proud of here in the University of York, because this is a space for you and a space for us. A space where we can do our thing, something like this. You will see, hopefully you get a little wander around the building, you will see behind the kind of glass walls over there, beyond the foyer and up through the floors, 200 workspaces, all entirely given over to arts and humanities students. Research students, many of, I'm going to say many or most, let's say many research students are guaranteed a seat in one of these 200 seats, and for the rest of you there's a kind of a hot desking system which enables people to get together. Now those of you who are doing MAs will know that this is a kind of a good social space as well as a working space. Is that right? Good, anyway. Excellent, very good. So anyway, welcome to this building. I'm going to speak very, very briefly about graduate studies here in to more or less kind of the overall picture of graduate studies here for just a very, very few minutes. Then I'm going to hand over to my colleague Helen Smith, who's going to say a little bit more about why you should be here. But just very, very briefly to mention the fact that if you are applying to the Department of English and Related Literature here in York, you are applying to the best English department in the United Kingdom. We would say that anyway, but a ghastly implement of measurement known as the Research Excellence Framework told us that we were as well. So ghastly was this bit of torture that we thought we had to tell everybody about it, which I'm telling you now. As the best department in the REF in terms of the number of our staff who are performing world-leading research, you will find that this is going on here in the English department in York. And it's not just the English department in York. If you have applied to the various MAs that are run by the research centres, the medieval studies or 18th century studies, the history department is also the best or the second best or whatever it is department in the country as well too. This is an institution which is known for the quality of its arts and humanities research, and whenever you have international league tables, which of course we pay no attention to whatsoever, you will find arts and humanities in York in the top 50, and you will find the English department in the top 30. So if you want to do postgraduate study, either as an MA or research, this is the place to be. It's also the place to be where you will find a cosmopolitan department. That's a department, not just people like me who come from Northern Ireland, or Helen who comes from Scotland, more cosmopolitan than that. I think we have a colleague who comes from Manchester. And on top of that, colleagues from the United States, from Europe, from Africa. Have we got Australia or New Zealand?
Yes,
We do. We have Australia and New Zealand. So we have people who come from all over the world who are working in the English department in York and across the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, again from many, many more nationalities. It's a genuine international place, and I'm just looking around the room here and I can see some of our continuing students are themselves international students as well. So you get an idea that this is a kind of a happening place. In, of course, also, for those of you who have not come from here, one of the oldest and the most beautiful cities in England. We have a PhD at the beginning of this year, right at the beginning of the year, like kind of the 1st of October, we had 99 PhD students registered in the York department. Now, that number has gone down because they've all left in floods of tears. But probably not floods of tears, the fact that they actually passed their PhDs. This is a figure we like to see go down during the year because it means that people have been successful. But at this particular point in time, maybe 10 or 15 people have got PhDs since the start of the year. We've certainly got about 80 to 90 PhD students currently registered. We registered 22 PhD students, started anew on the 1st of October, and we're very much hoping that the figures will be comparable to that next year. Among MA students, both here in the York English department and across all of our programs, for MA students, we have something like 60 to 70 MA students registered this year, and that figure goes from about 60 up to about 100, depending on the year in terms of the applications that are going on. And across that, and as you will have seen, there will be many of you who will have applied for different kinds of MAs. There will be plenty of opportunity later on for you to have a conversation about the specific MAs that you have applied for and for which you have got an offer. And if you come to do the MA here, depending on what the course is doing, it won't just be English literature. It'll be literature from a wide range of in languages, cultures and historical periods. I think that I was going to say we do English from about 800 to 2000 or 2016 even, but we don't actually start in 800 because we have classicists and we have people doing Latin and Greek. So there are thousands of years of literature to be studied here in York and thousands of years of literature across the whole world. I'm not making it up, it's true. And so true is it, we actually have on the programme a lineup of various students, MA and PhD students, who will be able also to tell you that it's true as well too. But anyway, I'm just saying hello. I'm just doing a little bit of boasting. I think Helen's going to do some boasting in a second as well. But anyway, I welcome you here today. It's really, really good to see you. And we'll be around for the next couple of hours, or after we've done the boring talking, we'll give you a drink and we'll have a chat about things. It's great to see you.